Hi, my name's Jason. I'm going to give you a tour of my tiny house I've been working on for a while, and hope to be wrapping it up soon. It's been a journey. Let's show you what we got here. Alright, she's a 43 foot long by 10 feet wide on a steel trailer. Which was a lot harder than I thought to get. It took damn near a year. I had to have it specially made. I call it everywhere in the United States, but yeah, let's keep going around. I almost wish I would have put French doors in there. I did have a bigger, like a sub panel out here that I swapped out for an RV and had to redo my panel to give me more options when this comes time to park. Yeah. Yeah, when I show you inside, I kind of made everything, I wanted it to feel like a house. Like if there's a hallway, I wanted it the size of a house. There's steps the size of a house. I didn't want to be crawling around in lofts and stuff. So I lowered the ceiling. I'll show you, I have two little lofts. Alright, it's not finished down the wood. I'm putting the insulation as we speak, as you can see it. So I got this thing around my neck. Keep that stuff out of my lungs. That's where I'm at right now. But here, let me turn around so you can get a better look at it and I can explain it. Basically, the way I have it set up is I gotta cut that little piece of wood up there. Been using it as a handle when I go up, and it I kind of like it. But anyways, I'm making like a little foyer when you go in, somewhere where you could take off your coat and stuff. You see down here at the bottom, I have it kind of long and open, somewhere where you could just kick your shoes off. You know, this is the loft where I lowered it. And I just added some 2x4s, and I figured maybe I'll put some drawers in. Drawer. And there, I was going to leave that open. I got the little USB thing. I figured somewhere when you come in, throw your keys or charge your phone. On this side, where all the insulation is, I was going to put a big refrigerator in there. I do a lot of my shopping at wholesale places, but yeah. So when you walk in, this will be the living room, and the kitchen will obviously be right here. You can see that's where the sink's going. It's going into each other because I had to do a test for leaks. Let's walk over here. That's the stove will be right next to that, and right there, that's going to be obviously your refrigerator. It's for the ice machine. So something I'm undecided about is, you know, the refrigerator will be there. There'll be a little tiny, like a L, not much of a L, but going this way, and the stove will be right there. But at the end, I was debating whether to make it like a L, have it come out, maybe put some stools or something there, or what I'm leaning towards is at the end doing like a circle attached to the counter, where it's like a half table. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. Well, there's no steps over there for the big loft. Where that blue ladder is, that's where there'll be stairs. Where that bucket is, this will be a wall that's open because that's going to be a pocket door to save room. and it's been a nightmare, and everything's got moved around in here like more times than I can count. The problem is everywhere where I want to put the toilet and stuff, there's a big main beam that goes all the way down the house. I mean, it's like there's tons of little beams, but I don't want to go through the big ones. Everything, yeah, it's going to be rearranged. So anyways, there's your shower. I believe it's I think it's a, let me see, 1, 2, yeah, I think it's a 3x3. Yeah, it's not a 4x4, it's a 3x3. And I stood in it, and I'm 5'10", and thank God I put the shower nozzle in there just to see if it would hit my head, and thank God it's above my head. On the other side of the shower will be a washer dryer, and it's gonna have to be a stackable because of the width getting it into the door, in case you ever have problems, or needs to go out, or in the future things break down. Originally the washer, I was gonna have a combo unit there, but I've heard so many bad things about them. I know the Vented's a little better, but so I think there I'm just maybe gonna put some drawers. I'm going to try to make it so I can still get access back there, because that's where the water heater is going to go. And the toilet will be right there. You can see the water poking out there. You saw the panel. It's like a humidity fan. It'll sense, being, tiny house, you always hear about humidity. It's got a sensor on it, so it'll come on if the humidity's high. Another thing I'm debating about, need to make up my mind in the next day or two, is putting a vent. I was thinking about putting a vent somewhere up there so cold air gets in here, because there's going to be an AC above this. It's going to be in the loft. I like it cold when I sleep, but if the door's shut in the bathroom, it's going to be hot in there. So I don't know. So anyways, this is where I lowered the ceiling for this second loft, and climbing up on a ladder. Sorry about the shaking, trying to get the best view. If I get in there, you're really not gonna see it. But all right, from that window basically to the very edge, I wish I would have put that window over a little more. Mistakes, first tiny. But anyways, it's gonna be like a line going all the way across, and there'll be a closet, maybe some drawers on the bottom, and in the middle I thought would be cool to maybe have like a bench where you could open up the top, put blankets or whatever. And I got these cool motion detector lights for the steps, LEDs that will go all the way it's going to put one at the bottom and one over here, and it's kind of high to get up in here, so I'm going to have to make a big step. And I was probably going to use one of those LED strips and put another sensor here, so at night, that lights up too, so you can see what you're doing. I got a switch to turn off the lights up there, and another one here because I'm that lazy. There'll be a mini split there, which I need to get off my butt, get it next week. This vent, oh, that was scary, drilling through. I got a metal roof on here. Yeah, that was so scary, putting that boot on the top. I'll show you what that looked like. And there's the baffle. Whenever you see a tiny house, I've learned so much doing this, because I've had some friends that are carpenters, and I don't know. I guess there's good and bad information online, but if you make your house like just a square, whatever, there's nowhere your air needs to travel. It needs to go in and go out. Your house might be fine for a couple of years, but you're going to have problems in the future. Air in your roof, it needs to travel. So that's what these things are. These little styrofoam things. They're just lets the air go in from one side to the other. And that's where the soffit is, the overhang. See that? Yep. Little things I never would have known unless I was doing this. I can't wait to get the stairs in here. Think I put enough windows in here? Yeah, another thing, I'd like to do that this week if I get this insulation done quick. I'd like to, put some wood around this, obviously hide this. I don't want no one to see that that vent. You'll see up here some, I got like junction boxes because of the panel I had in there. It had like 16 breakers, and I ran outlets like, I don't know why, just tons of them. And anyways, I had to splice them together, at least get it in half. So every 2 circuits has 1 feed, because when you have an RV plug, there's a 30 amp and a 60 amp, and I went with the 60 amp, which is gonna feed this. Okay, there she is. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I guess that should do it. Sorry I'm all dirty, and it is so hot out here. And on a hot day like this, you just want to hang insulation. It's the most fun you could have on a hot day. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep you guys up to date. Show you my progress as the project comes along. Got a lot of plans. One, I thought about getting pallets and taking them apart, which is a lot of work, and putting wood on a ceiling, and I'd stain them all different colors, like a medium light stain and a dark stain, and then some of them white, and I just mix match them all over the ceiling. And I've seen other people do that in their Tinys, and it looks really nice, and it's like a a showpiece in your house. But it's just how much time do you want to put in? And this thing is taking more time. Be glad when it's done. All right, you guys be good to one another, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.